In this video, we're going to practice solving two-step equations. We're going to solve for x, and we're going to review very quickly. The x is the variable, so we're solving for the variable. The number by itself is called a constant, so either 7 or 47 could be called a constant. And then the 5 that is attached to the x here is the coefficient. So if we're going to solve for x, the first thing we have to do is get the x by itself. In this case, we have to leave the 5x right now, and we have to move the 7. In order to move the 7, this is plus 7, so we need to do minus 7. Whatever we do on one side of the equation, we have to do on the other side of the equation. 7 minus 7 is 0. 47 minus 7 is 40. Then I'm going to rewrite the next step. So I have 5x equals 40. Okay. Now my next step is to get the x by itself by moving the 5. This 5x actually means that the 5 and the x are multiplied together. So in order to move the 5, I have to do the opposite and divide by 5. Again, whatever I do on this side, I have to do on the other side. So 5 divided by 5 leaves me with just an x. 40 divided by 5 is 8. So the solution to my equation is x equals 8. I can check this answer by putting the 8 back into the regular equation. 5 times 8 plus 7 should equal 47 if I've done the work correctly. 5 times 8 is 40. 40 plus 7 equals 47. My solution is correct. Okay, the second example, we have x over 6 minus 2 equals 8. Again, our first step is to move the constant away from the x. So this one is minus 2. I need to do the opposite, which is plus 2. Negative 2 plus 2 is 0. 8 plus 2 is 10. I'm going to rewrite the next step of my equation. X over 6 equals 10. Okay, now I need to move this number away from the x. In this case, this means x is divided by 6. So the opposite of division is to multiply. I'm going to multiply by 6. I'm going to write it in fraction form just so I can easily see how those numbers cancel. That leaves me with just an x. And then on the other side, I also multiply by 6. 10 times 6 equals 60. My solution is x equals 60. I'm going to double check my work just like I did on the first one. X over 6, whoops. X over 6 minus 2 equals 8. Replace the x with a 60. 60 over 6 minus 2 equals 8. 60 divided by 6 is 10. 10 minus 2 does equal 8. So the solution to my equation is correct.